My name is Alain Tagnouokam Ngoupo. I am from Cameroon. I am working in Cameroon. So I am a virologist by training. So I graduated my PhD in 2017. So actually I'm a research scientist there in Cameroon, working mainly on HIV, mostly on the HIV drug resistance. Yes, and also working on the genetic diversity, that is looking at the different strains of HIV that are circulating in Cameroon, because this really have an impact on the diagnosis, treatment, but also a follow-up of HIV infected patients. I did my PhD in a sandwich model, so I was based in Cameroon, so collecting my sample in Cameroon. So part of my study was doing in Cameroon and another part in France, at the University of Rouen in France. So I'm working on, my PhD was on the HIV group M and O dual infection, because you know HIV group M have 4 groups. We have HIV group M, group N, group O, and group P. So, and all of them are found in Cameroon. So there were some people who described that an individual can be infected by different group of HIV. So that is HIV group M and group O. So my PhD work was to try to determine the seroprevalence, the prevalence of this type of infection in Cameroon. And we also found that in this patient, when they are infected with these 2 groups of HIV, this can give rise to another type of strain that is called recombinant. That is a virus that carry a part of group M and group O, because group M is the mostly strain found everywhere in the world, and HIV1 group O is mainly found in Cameroon. And HIV1 group O, they have natural resistance to most of the drugs that are used for the treatment. So if someone have the recombinant form, that is one part from group M and one part from group O, if the part of group O is the target of the drug, this can lead to natural resistance of the virus in the patient, and this can be struggling for the for the follow-up of the patient. So I did part of my study in Cameroon and another part in Rouen, but I defended my PhD in France.
Interesting.
Yes, and after that I came back in Cameroon, and I'm still working on HIV at the Centre Pasteur of Cameroon, which is actually a national public health laboratory that support the Ministry of Public Health in the laboratory surveillance of many diseases, including HIV. After my PhD, I was working mainly of the project of my supervisor, but more recently, so I got my first, I can say my first bigger grant, which is about 100,000 K, funded by SANTHE, which is based with the main aim of the grant is to study the drug resistance in children, that is children age 0 to 10. Yes, because the WHO have adopted since 2018 the dolutegravir, which is an inhibitor of integrases in the main protocol of HIV treatment in low and middle income country, including Cameroon, and this was adopted in Cameroon in 2020. So the aim of the project is now to see, since maybe last 5 years we have been using this drug, what are the level of resistance of this drug in the children. We are still on the administrative part of the project, so the project will take place this year. this year, and so this is really my I can say my first baby grant that I led from the beginning to the end. So working in collaboration with the UV, MRC, and in Uganda. This is a collaborative grant award. Our scientists working in Africa, so it's not really easy because challenges can be, we have some challenges about to get access sometimes to research funding, because most of the time you have to look for external funding, and yes, and this is one of the main challenges. And also we can also have some challenges about the infrastructure, that is to get access. We don't know, most of the time in our setting we do not have maybe the required equipment to carry out our experiment, and thanks to the networking, to the collaboration like in this project. So for some experiment we have to collaborate with some teams in other setting where the equipment can be found, and this can be really tricky. Another challenge for me personally sometimes can be to have some good mentors, access to good mentors who can guide me in my career evolution, because for me to be really successful as a research scientist, you need some more experienced people that can help you navigate. It's sometimes really important to have someone who is outside of your setting, who can bring another way of thinking, who can help you to open your mind, because when we are only focused or have people who are inside your context, it can sometimes be really limiting. And so having someone outside can help to have a bigger picture, to have another way of helping you, of guiding you on what you are doing, and that's something that can be really important for. My vision is to have my own team, my own research team in Cameroon, because for me I think there is a lot of things to do in Cameroon, to have my team in Cameroon, research team, that will address those challenges on research in infectious disease, not only in HIV but also on other infectious diseases like tuberculosis, which is actually one of the most leading burden diseases in Cameroon, but also including those emerging infectious diseases. So this is really my vision for the next 5 to 10 years. Infectious disease is the main problem in Africa, so contributing to improve the well-being of the people is really fantastic, and this is my real motivation. And I think this is something I really want to be part of. I really want to contribute so that have a Nobel Prizes can be will be a dream, so that even after I pass away, people will remember me that I greatly contribute I really contribute for the healthy people, to their well-being, and this is really fantastic for me.